What's going on, people? Is Get the Bag Gaming, and basically what I've got here is one of the most helpful tips on YouTube. Okay, if you're a creator and you make your content in 1080p 60 frames per second, or possibly more than 60 frames per second, and once you upload to YouTube you lose your quality and you don't know why you're losing quality, and all you're doing, you're re-uploading, you're putting your bitrate up, you're re-uploading, and nothing is helping. Well, here I am to save your day and save your damn life. So please use creator code Get the Bag Gaming and leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel and safe.
You get the bag and fumble it, I get the bag and flip it and tumble it.
Basically, let me just jump straight into the video. I created a video what Fortnite looks like at every FPS cap on the Radeon RX 5700, which is my GPU. Okay, so I uploaded that to YouTube 1080p 60 frames per second, like I would do if I was playing on PS4. Yeah, when I played on PS4, my content went straight up. It was perfect. Okay, perfect quality. Now that I got my new PC, I created my video 1080p 60 frames per second all the way up to 240 plus frames per second, obviously because I'm using every FPS cap in Fortnite, and this is what it looks like.
You get the bag and fumble it, I get the bag and flip it and tumble it.
What's going on, people? Before the video starts, we finally got a creator code, so if you enjoy the videos, please use the code Get the Bag Gaming in the item shop. Alright, let me just skip through the video. As you can see so far, obviously 30 FPS, 60 FPS. Frames are calm. It's good, 120, 144. Pretty crystal clean, isn't it? Yeah. So obviously, when I exported my video, I was like, yo, this is nice quality. Look at that, lovely jubbly. Yeah. Now all I'm ready to do is upload. Then I went to upload, and if you would like to see how this summer come out, I'm gonna reload the page. Yeah. And I'm going to make sure it's in 1080p 60 frames per second. I just re-uploaded it in 1080p just so that you could see what it looks like, okay? Obviously that's why it's in private if you look in the bottom left, but yeah, I'm going to go anyway. You can already see in the intro there's freaking grain. Look at the grain in just the background movement. It's just lights.
You get the bag and
that is not frame intensive, so already we have seen a crazy decrease in quality. But let's go.
fumble it, I get the bag and flip it and tumble it.
What's going on, people? Before the video starts, we finally got a creator code, so if you hit that grain, get through it. Terrible. Terrible. Yeah, and look at what they told me unlimited and 240 FPS looks like, okay? I'm gonna just quickly full screen it. Now, I'm not being funny, yeah, but if I was to record in unlimited frames per second, yeah, and I bought a PC to record like this, I would really consider questioning my life choices, yeah, and trying to press that reset button. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, okay, the picture's there, it's pretty much the same image, but let me just show you the difference real quick. Look at that grain. You see that overall grain? It's just not clear, it's not crisp. Let me show you why. So stats for nerds, AVC1, that's all you need to see. The codec that is being used to upload the video is AVC1. And AVC1 prioritizes speed over quality, yeah? And that's not what you want when you have a high quality intensive video like on games of Fortnite and other games like that. So let me show you what I did to overcome this issue. This is my currently uploaded one, so if you go to Get the Bag Gaming, video before this is this one, alright? And this, I'm gonna reload it. Of course you get ad. Alright, cool. So here we go. Already you can see there is no blur and there is so much less pixelation in the background of the intro, yeah? So right there, I was feeling happy. I was like, yo, this is looking a lot better. And so I'm gonna skip through it. Yeah? As you can see already, quality's there. But let me show you why. Settings, auto, what's that? What's that? Basically, what you gotta do, let me put it in 1440p. I don't know what that was, but still, let's go. This is 1440p. And look how crisp that picture is, yeah? That looks so much closer to what my actual video looks like on my computer, yeah? And so, how did I achieve this? Why does it happen that if you upload in 1440p, that it gets better quality than 1080p, even though your video is 1080p and not 1440p. Let me show you. Stats for nerds right here. The codec being used is VP09. Yeah, VP9. And what that is, that prioritizes more quality than speed. And why that is because it takes a lot longer to process your video, as it is meant for above 1080p, and optimally it is for 4K videos. Google developed this codec for 4K videos so that it doesn't lose any quality. However, people like me and you using the AVC codec, we don't know that because we're not nerds. We don't use stats for nerds. You know what I'm saying? I only pressed that because I was getting desperate and I thought there would be some settings on here or something. You can tell a man's desperate if you right click on a YouTube video and you press stats for nerds. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I was trying to find any type of solution. Yeah, so we got VP09. I found a source online that explained it a lot better than I can. So let me just read it out. Since trying out different OBS settings, I have noticed that YouTube videos uploaded seem to suffer from very poor quality no matter what the encoding settings I use. Yeah, and this is the exact same problem I faced. I went into my editing software and I started editing in so many different bit rates and so many different resolutions. That's how I come up with this idea. I don't know if anyone else has found it. If they have, then well done. But yeah, I found this after I uploaded it, and it explains it just a lot better. So let me just continue reading. Okay, so no matter what encoder settings I use, some of my videos seem to pixelate every few seconds with a noticeable blur in 1080p 60. I spent some time trying to work it out, blah blah blah. And then he says YouTube uses two different playback codecs when streaming the videos. Okay, AVC1, which we saw in the 1080p one. That's for nerds. Boom, AVC1 right there. Yeah, and that gave us grainy picture quality. Yeah, and it says this encoder is what causes poor quality with pixelation. See? There you go. Even he's saying it. I don't know who this is. Electro Stings, but shout outs there, bruv. And then it got VP9, which is the second encoder, which we found on the 1440p video. So right here, VP09. Okay, so the VP9 codec is provided to videos above 1080p. So like we have discovered, 1440p or 4K videos will have VP9. Yeah, so right here goes up to 1440p 60, and we got VP09. Yeah, but here's the interesting part. So it says videos above 1080p or channels that have a lot of viewers, subscribers, or popular content. So basically what they're saying is, until you make it in YouTube, you won't get a VP9 for any video below 1440p 60 frames per second. So basically what you need to do is any video that you upload in the future has to be 1440p. It doesn't matter if you record in 1440p or not. Even if you record in 1080p, all you need to do is make sure your export settings are set to 1440p. Let me just show you that now. It's all on my PC anyway, so I'll just show you. So I use Filmora 9, which is one of the cheaper editing softwares, but it does the exact same job. So what we're going to do, we're going to use our old project. I'm going to show you the aspect ratio. So it's resolution 1920 by 1080, 60 frames per second, and aspect ratio 16:9 widescreen, yeah? This is the big deciding point right here, okay? So when you export, you want to press export, you want to go to your settings, yeah? And resolution, this is the only thing you want to change, your resolution, okay? You want to just use the exact same frame rate as you had, and bitrate you want it close to whatever your actual video is. So yeah, so 1920 by 1080, you want to change that to 2560 by 1440p, yeah? And so what this will do, this will ensure that your video renders in 1440p. So when you upload to YouTube, it recognizes it as an above 1080p video, and it provides it with a codec VP9 so that it uploads with quality over speed rather than speed over quality. And so you're going to get a lot more quality at 1440p and even at 1080p compared to 1080p on AVC codec. So if this video helped you out, make sure you leave a like. Make sure you comment down below anything that helped or anything that you would like to see in the future. And also, drop a sub on the channel. Come on, brother. Help me out. If this helped you out, help me out. Also, if you play Fortnite, use code GetTheBagGaming in the item shop. All one word. Check out the description. It will be in the description. And say.
I get that bag on the regular. I got a bag on my cellular. Back in the bag of them vegetables. Bag of them cookies, it's medical.